Ladies and gentlemen, of a truth I tell you, it is really destiny that produces men. Men don't produce destiny. Hi, my name is Kelechi Obona, aka Captain Africa. I want to introduce you to an online program that I'll be hosting titled Reposition Your Destiny Academy. You see, destiny is something that is synonymous to every single one of us in the world, but only few people ever achieved their destiny. The word destiny comes from the Greek Latin word fatum, which means predetermined. So by default, before you were born, your destiny already been determined by your creator. The problem is that the moment you get into this world, the society is already taking over from your creator to design their own way of how you should succeed. And this is why we're having a lot of crisis in a society. As a matter of fact, in America right now, one of the issues that the psychologists and the psychoanalysts are treating right now is what they call the identity crisis. These are people who studied, medicine, law, engineering, all different kind of courses. Some of them are even musicians. But because they are not aligned in their destiny, they feel frustrated. And this is a problem in our society, but nobody talks about it. In the 1970s, a man by the name Abraham Maslow came up with a hypothesis to tell the world that every single individual has a destiny, and that destiny is buried deep within us, and that destiny speaks to us every single moment, or he called that voice an imposing voice. By the time you move from age 1 to age 16, which is the age of reason according to science, that voice would have been silenced either by your teachers, by your parents, or by your societies. Now you find yourself trying to fit in to the matrix of the society, and that is why you feel angry at your job, you feel angry at your spouse. Not necessarily that those people angered you, but because you are not rooted in what you are born to do. And today, everything you think about and talk about is how to make money. And that's why you look at young people across Africa, everything they think about is money. How it will come is not their concern. They just want to make money. See, the problem is when you ask them what you do with the money, if you make it, at the end of the day, you find out that there's no cogent reason. Go to club, party, nothing is wrong with those things. But if that becomes the focal point of your life, then there's no need that you should make money, because that is not the aim of making money. You make money to advance the society. So your destiny is something that is used to help other people in the society. It is a blessing to other people, not just yourself, but others. And that's why if you don't achieve your destiny, you fail blatantly in life. There's a saying that the cemetery is the most wealthiest place in the world, because in the cemetery, that's where you find musics that have never been sung, poetry that have never been written, invention that have never been made, and several things that have never been done. They went back as they came into this world. When we see people who are successful in their areas of endeavor, not just based on the success of what the society term it, but people who have achieved a tremendous result with their destiny, we honor them, we respect them, we want to be like them, but we are afraid to look inward and find our own destiny and focus on it. And probably because it has been tucked away when we are growing up. And that is why I'm bringing up this particular training to help you to rediscover your destiny, how to position that destiny, and how to develop the highest value possible to make that destiny to flourish in the world you are living in today. In every generation, there is always a transformation. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors were hunter-gatherers. And if you are strong physically, you are likely to succeed. Then they moved into agrarian age, which lasted for 10,000 good years, that those who are physically strong still succeeded. Then they moved to the first industrial revolution, which now talks about the developing of our intelligence and IQ. So if you are intelligent enough, you are going to work your way to the dominant hierarchy, become a CEO, become an MD, and succeed. And today we have moved into the fourth industrial revolution. It is no more about your physical strength or about your intelligence and IQ. Today it is about your AQ and your UQ, which I call adaptability quotient and your uniqueness quotient. Your ability to adapt today, when you marry it with your uniqueness, which is your destiny, is what is going to make you succeed. As a matter of fact, the world right now revolves around three things, which is number one, digital, number two, global, number three, connectivity. And if your destiny cannot be fit into these three things, it is likely to say that you don't have a destiny, which is not the case. So this program is going to be something you must be interested in to take. When I look around, I see that so many young people are distracted by entertainment, sports, and then fashion. We miss the whole point. We need to retrain our young people on how to measure value and redraw it into their psyche. Because here we have celebrated mediocrity so much, and you don't blame our people. That is because for a long time we have been going through economic hardship in Africa. And that is why if somebody buys a car of $5,000, $2,000, $15,000, we seem to say that the person is now rich, is successful. But you should know, based on the three things that I mentioned, that success is now mentioned globally, because we are now playing in the global arena. You cannot define success anymore based on local. It's going to be defined based on global. So if you are successful in Nigeria, when you go to America, you need to be successful. I cannot be tall in Nigeria. When I get to America, I'll be short. It doesn't work out that way. That's one thing you should understand. And another thing that is paramount for you to take your destiny, transform that destiny, and make something out of it that can impact at a global level, will require another level of thinking, which this particular program will provide you with. You see, the things that makes the first world country cannot be found in African country, and that is why it is called the third world countries. Like access to credit, like quality of life, like power of currency, like enabling environment. These things are not to be found in Africa. And this is why we are going to help you discover your destiny, then check where that destiny will be able to flourish, because believe it or not every destiny can succeed in Africa. For instance, our brother who is encoding the fastest computer in the world, Philippe Megwani, is from Nigeria, Igbo race to be precise. But then, if he has to be in Nigeria, I bet you the highest he can ever be is a professor of mathematics. What about our brother Adesanya, who is a boxer? If he is to be in Nigeria, the highest he can ever be is a village champion or a boxer at a light club. But because they understood that their destiny cannot succeed in Africa, they developed a strategy that helped them to raise up money to move to America. And when they moved to America, they began to ask, what are the things required to make sure that this destiny is recognized in that system? So you have to put in the work. Now they develop the highest level of value that made it possible for them to succeed. Take for instance, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was very lanky, very small when he saw the footage of Reggie Parks, who was once Mr. Universe. And therein, automatically, there was a transformation and something transpired inside that young man. He could feel some connectivity within his destiny and that of Reggie Parks, that there seems to be alike, that he can be Mr. Universe. But he understood that in his country, Austria, he cannot be able to do that. So what did he do? Now he has already discovered his destiny. The next thing is what? Developing the strategies on how to raise up money to move himself out of Austria to either UK or US, where that destiny can be recognized. And he did that. So when he arrived in US, he knew that, okay, now I have positioned. The next thing is what? To develop the highest level of value possible to make the destiny to succeed. So he went to the gym 24/7. He was doing it with deliberate intention. And at the end of the day, he went ahead to win Mr. Universe for 7 good times. What about your destiny? What are you thinking about it? Where are you standing right now? Are you okay with buying GLK the way most of my brothers in Africa value GLK? Once you buy a GLK, you're successful. Is that what your life is all about? Or you go to club or you go to party? Is that what life is all about? While your mates in America, your mates in Japan, Australia, England, Singapore, they are building spaceship, they are into robotics, they are into biotechs. Come on, this is a time for us to change the narrative for Africa by reintroducing another dimension of thinking that will enable them to achieve their destinies. Like myself, I know that my destiny can thrive in Africa. Hence, all I am to do is to help other people to discover their destiny and make sure they succeed. So I don't need to go to America, France, Japan. I just need to be in Nigeria or be in any part of an African country to do these things. So this training is something that is going to change your life totally. As you, as a young person right now, there are people in your level at age of 18, at age of 20, at age of 14, that are going to become president of a nation, senators, MDs, CEOs, but because you are in their level, you cannot see it. But we're going to teach you how to be able to make good use of relationship so that you don't mess it up. Because you see, there's a saying that every one of us is the same until destiny happens to one. For instance, if you go back so many years ago and tell the classmate of Wole Soyinka that he is going to win a Nobel Prize, nobody would believe, because he was not part of the people who were first in the class. Destiny is what separates every one of us. So the mission of this particular training is to make sure that you realize who you are and then use that who you are to create a value for the system you are living in, so that other people can come in and then succeed. And not only that, I'm going to be giving out a lot of bonuses. And bonuses I'm giving out is my online trainings. I have a different online trainings that can make you a lot of money if money is your problem. Money to me is not a big deal. Money is you paying attention. The reason why you don't make money is because you don't pay attention. When you go to job, when you go to work, when you go to jogging, you look left and right. There are houses, and if you are living in a great city, you find out that there are skyscrapers. Those things worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that were used to make those things, and millions of dollars, right? So how come you cannot even make $3,000, $1,000? It's because you don't pay attention. So you need to develop perspicacity, and those are the things we're going to be talking about in this particular training. One of the courses I've given you out for free is Facebook advertising. It doesn't matter your business you are doing. If you cannot be able to get that business in front of people, you are not going to make sales. The world has changed. I'm giving you, if you have a smartphone or a laptop, you can be able to run this advert with it. The second one is how to publish ebooks and sell it with Facebook advertising. As a matter of fact, one of my students who published one of his ebook in 1 month made over 300,000 just right there inside his room. So that is one of the courses I'll be giving to you. You're going to be writing ebook in just a few days. It is in 2 parts. One you can write in a few days, one you can write in a few hours. In less than 2 hours you can write that and start making money with it. So the third one is I'm going to give you access to one of my courses that is on graphic design. You can use your smartphone to design any kind of graphic on your Canva. It is pretty much straightforward and simple, and you can do it. So the fourth course that we're going to be giving to you as a bonus is what I title the Legitimate Millionaire Blueprint. In that my course, I actually took people by the hand and taught them how to learn any kind of digital skill in this world for free, and then 50 platforms on where to monetize those skills and make a lot of money with it. So this is a program that you need to take on right now, because I bet you it is going to transform your life for good. And then if you take this course, it's going to last for 6 weeks. From the first week to the 6th weeks, your whole life will be transformed, that your friends, when they see you in the next 4 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, they will know that there was a great transformation in your life. If you are a parent and you are watching this video, I encourage you to register this course for your children. We are living in a world that destiny is very, very critical. It is not just about making money, but accomplishing our destiny. If you look at the life of one of our father, Chinua Achebe, he was given admission to study medicine in the University of Ibadan. After 1 year, he abandoned it to study linguistics. If Chinua Achebe said he'd become a medical doctor, all he could have been is just a doctor that had his own hospital in Africa, anywhere in Africa. That's it. So that is why we have to be able to teach our children how to discover their destiny. There's this great basketball player who just abandoned $37 million deal that is signed for him so that he can go and become a farmer. He said that farming is what makes him come alive. That is destiny for you, speaking right there. All these things you need to understand, that not necessarily money alone that is the issue. There was a German billionaire called Adolf McLenny who had all billions of dollars, but then took his own life because he could not find a meaning. So this training is going to be a hands-down training that is going to transform your life and give you the kind of information that you have never had anywhere else, that will make you successful to the global level. See you in the training.